It is good to ask ourselves a very important question. What is an accurate biblical, physical image of Jesus in contrast to the many white images we see, and how does a non-white or black image of Christ affect persons of African descent?
Did you know that the Pope prays to a black Mary and a black baby Jesus? But yet many of us say that color does not matter. Maybe the Pope knows something that you don't.
Images are most important. Most of us operate and act out of images within our minds or within our souls. And once images are there, especially religious images, it is very difficult to remove them or change them.
$2.5 billion in loss. To know that your damage loss was that much because somebody called it a riot instead of a massacre is an eternal insult. You have to live with that insult for all the days of your life, knowing that somebody who felt it was okay to call it a riot and continue that narrative have marginalized your loss to the degree that you never recover from it. Not just economically, psychologically. The other thing is you have to talk about what's the difference? Why does it even matter? If I say, hey, they rioted last night, what do you think about? People throwing trash cans, busting out windows, regardless of whether it's in their own community or somebody else's, it's irrelevant. Mutual accountability, that's what you think about. If I say somebody came and massacred a whole community of people, what do you think about then? You see bodies everywhere, blood. You see just destruction. You see Black Wall Street.
The reason why they called it a riot is so that way the people of Greenwood and Black Wall Street could not collect on their insurance claims. Because if it was a riot, it implies that it was two sides.
I'm a human rights defender, and what I'm doing in some of my work is to catalog the state of Black America. And we have presented some of this evidence to the United Nations and the Committee on African Descendant People. Under international law, there's something called the crime of genocide, and there are 5 elements. And the first element is genocide by killing. The second is genocide by causing serious bodily harm or mental harm. The third is genocide by deliberately inflicting conditions of life calculated to bring about physical destruction. The fourth is genocide by imposing measures intended to prevent birth. And the fifth is genocide by forcibly transferring children. And we see that in how we've been treated in America. We see that in the disproportionate police killings. We see that in the high incarceration of Black people. We see conditions which lead to disparate health outcomes, including the high infant mortality, high maternal mortality, high diseases, right? We see the disparate opportunities in education, employment, and housing. And we see that in the high poverty rates in the Black population. So what is happening to us is not a violation of our civil rights, it's a violation of our human rights. Human rights are higher rights.